Ever since the trailer for the soon-to-be-released GTA 6 came out about 2 weeks ago, the internet has just been buzzing with people trying to piece it apart frame by frame to try and extrapolate as much information as they can as possible. The trailer shows that the game will be set in the fictional location of Vice City, a location the GTA franchise hasn't been back to since the release of GTA Vice City Stories in 2006. The fictional Vice City is obviously based on the real-life city of Miami, Florida, just like how GTA 4 was set in the fictional Liberty City, which is based on real-life New York, and GTA 5 was set in San Andreas, which is basically just South California / LA region. But to say that these fictional settings are based on these real life locations is probably not the best word to use, particularly when it comes to Rockstar. A more appropriate word to use would be something along the lines of parody. Rockstar have always maintained a through line of satire in all their games, from the settings, the locations, the people, the missions, and of course the iconic radio stations. But throughout history, as we know, as long as there's been jokes, there's always been people right there ready to take them 100% literally and get completely outraged by them. And in the trailer that just dropped for GTA 6 that only goes for 90 seconds, there's been plenty of that. One case in particular, other than the main one we're going to talk about in this video, is people getting outraged saying that there's racist stereotypes already in the trailer for the game. And the main one they're pointing to is the clip of the African-American woman that's twerking on the roof of a moving car. But never mind the fact that this is an actual one-for-one copy of a real clip of something that went viral on the internet. This is a real thing that happened. But that right there, it being a one-for-one copy, is at the core of the issue that the online character that you may have seen before, known as the Florida Joker, that's right at the core of what he's taken issue with this trailer. So the Florida Joker, aka the Miami Joker, aka Lawrence Sullivan, is this guy that's sort of appeared over the last few years on the internet, not for really anything in particular, only for having very distinctive Joker-style facial tattoos, a style that a lot of people say that he ripped off from the rapper Stitches, for any of you that remember that from back in the day. And just saying crazy stuff, posting weird, cringy clips.
It's not about the money. It's about sending the message. Very young word.
And giving bizarre interviews.
Barely wash my hands. Why not? Because I'm a hood nigga.
So in a video that he posted to TikTok just after the release of the GTA 6 trailer, he came out and called out Rockstar by name, saying that they've stolen his likeness for one of their characters.
You might have seen that character on GTA 6. Just dropped the trailer today. GTA, we gotta talk.
So in the video that he posted on the subject, he called out Rockstar and said that they were going to have to pay him, and I quote, $1 million or $2 million for his appearance in the new video game, and that they need to contact him ASAP.
We gotta talk, GTA. We gotta talk. Or not, you gotta give me like $1 million or $2 million.
Obviously, to which the entire internet just found this hilarious and ridiculous. So the height of the mockery arguably was when Roger Clark, the voice actor for Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption 2, came out and posted this clip in response to him.
GTA, we gotta talk.
No, you don't. You don't need to talk to them. They're not going to talk to you. They've had people like you trying to sue them for decades. They are lawyered up, man. They know exactly what they can and cannot get away with. If I were you, I would use the notoriety that they just threw your way to my advantage. Capitalize it on it somehow. You ain't getting a job in Home Depot with that face.
So in this video, he pretty much sums it up perfectly. Rockstar Entertainment know exactly what they're doing. They've been in legal skirmishes plenty of times before, and they know exactly what they can and can't get away with. Two prime examples of this are the Lindsay Lohan case and the Karen Gravano case. So for the Lindsay Lohan case, that's based on the character Lacey Jonas from GTA 5, and Lindsay Lohan was alleging that they, again, used her likeness and stole part of her life story, because in the character's story, she comes to you as the main character trying to get your help to avoid paparazzi. In Lindsay Lohan's lawsuit, she claimed that the character resembled her physically, had a similar voice, and wore clothes that resembled her clothing line. The character in the game also seeks refuge in a hotel that resembles the same one where Lindsay Lohan used to live.
Can you give me a ride past them, please? I'm hardly wearing any makeup.
So the lawsuit was dismissed by the New York State Appeals Court. They said that the character didn't resemble Lindsay Lohan closely enough, and even if she did, they said that it's a work of fiction, and the absolute get out of jail free card that Rockstar are always going to be able to pull in any of these cases is that it's satirical, because that is just the tone of their content and of all their games. The other similar case to this was Karen Gravano. So Karen Gravano, the daughter of the former Gambino crime family underboss Salvatore Sammy the Bull Gravano, filed a lawsuit against Rockstar Games. She claimed that a character in GTA 5 named Antonia Bettino was based on her life story. So Karen Gravano's case against Rockstar was pretty much the same as what Lindsay Lohan's was. She said that they stole her likeness, stole her life story, and probably the most concrete thread that she drew between herself and the character was that her father turned state witness in real life, which is also what happens to the character in the game, as well as at the end of the game, they relocate to Arizona to get away from everything that's happened. And again, this case was dismissed. The court ruled that Rockstar did not use Gravano's name, portrait, or picture, and therefore did not violate her rights under New York's right of publicity law. The court also noted that video games are protected forms of expression under the First Amendment, and that Gravano's claim that her life story was used was unfounded because the character's life story in the game did not closely match her own life. So both of these cases alone are a pretty rock-solid precedent for Rockstar Games, coupled with the reality that Rockstar is a huge, giant, major developer with a huge legal team that are well seasoned in all of this, as well as having a bottomless pit of money that they could fight any case with. And the person that's trying to go up against them in this case is Florida Joker.
Talk to my Jewish lawyer. He's coming to my house as we speak.
I mean, if Lindsay Lohan didn't stand a chance, and even Karen Gravano, the daughter of a crime boss, didn't stand a chance, I don't really like Florida Joker's chances. One of the other things that seems like a bit of a contradiction is that Florida Joker's tattoos are pretty much a one-for-one of the character design of Heath Ledger's Joker, and as well as having a giant bat symbol on his forehead. Whereas the character in the GTA 6 trailer has general features that do resemble Florida Joker's tattoos, but upon closer inspection, you can see that they're just generic line art and shapes. So obviously Rockstar had the good sense to design their character in such a manner that it's not going to rip off the actual comic book Joker, Heath Ledger's Joker, any of the Jokers. So they're not going to attract the attention of DC's lawyers in any of this. They know exactly what they're doing. So before we go, I just want to shoot you one last theory, and I'm going to do this in such a way that I don't attract the ire or the attention of the Rockstar legal team. So in my theory, and this is obviously all just alleged and supposed and me just literally theorizing, I reckon someone at Rockstar Games right now is getting a massive pat on the head over all of this. I'm pretty sure it would be safe to say, again, just a theory, that this was all planned out. And not just planned out in the sense that, in sort of a generic sense, I mean also the fact that they would have picked someone that they perceived to have been stupid enough to think that they would be able to win a case against them, or would be able to sue them for damages for basically using his likeness. There's no way in my theoretical tinfoil hat theory that this wasn't planned out by someone at Rockstar, that they didn't know that this would, at least in some way, shape, or form, stir up a bit of conversation. And the amount of mileage that this story is getting, I mean, me and every other slop YouTuber is reporting on it. It's all over Twitter and fucking X. I think this was definitely a calculated move and just pulled off to absolute perfection by whoever dreamed up this idea at Rockstar. This is just an absolute check and mate by them. They just have killed it with this in terms of stirring up enough controversy and drama for everyone still to be reporting on and talking about daily about this case 2 weeks after the release of the trailer. But yeah, that's the GTA 6 Florida Joker drama. I'm sure there'll be more developments, but I definitely don't think that one of those developments will be Rockstar giving Lawrence Sullivan $1 or $2 million.